Dobruski tribe members. This is another educational video based on an epiphany that I had yesterday. And I want to share it with you. And it is my most current, saddest awareness is that the Doberman Pinscher has lost so much genetic diversity and is so saturated with popular sires, which is called the popular sire syndrome, that the breed now has an acknowledged and recognized diminishment of longevity to the point of the average age of this breed is now 9.1 years, and Dory's 9.2. So she's already reached the level that we can expect to get out of our dogs. What does that mean? What does that mean? If the average life expectancy is 9.1 years, that means that we have a lot of dogs dying between 1 and 9 as well, to bring those numbers down. Because when I first got into the breed when I was in the 70s, the Doberman Pinscher longevity was known to be 10 to 14, and it wasn't uncommon to see teenagers. But because the majority of the dogs that you're going to see from reputable breeders, or breeders that you consider to be reputable, we're going to have a lot more popular sires in our pedigrees. What does that mean? It means that every pedigree you buy from, whether it's me or anyone that has beautiful champion dogs who have been titled, who've been health tested, are still going to make it to 9.1 years if you're lucky. If you're lucky. Now, health testing is for one reason and one reason only: to hopefully detect one of the types of DCM in the breed that we have, that we can say, I hope my dog, if they develop DCM, I hope it's occult. I'm hoping for that. Why? Because occult is treatable. My husband has cardiomyopathy, not dilated version, but he has cardiomyopathy. He's 68. We found this out about 10 years ago. So he's on medication for it, blood pressure medications and all those things. Well, the same holds true for the Doberman. Like if you detect you've got diabetes, right, you can treat it. So for all of you that have my dogs and you haven't done an echocardiogram, what are you waiting for? Can you not allocate $700 to go get a heart test for your dog? Every fucking one of you, out of A litter, B litter, C litter, and D litter? Soon to be E and F litter and G? So every one of you that has one of my puppies, I want to hear that you've scheduled an echocardiogram. You need to schedule an echocardiogram for your dogs right fucking now. And every one of you that has a Doberman that's following me that hasn't done your echocardiogram and a Holter monitor on your dog yet, what are you waiting for? Because if you are lucky enough to get occult DCM, you can now treat it and maybe get 2 to 6 years out of your dog. I actually dream that if any of my dogs are to develop DCM, it's around 8, 9, or 10, because now, like an old person, I can treat that heart disease because it's the kindest version of DCM in this breed. Occult DCM is fixable. You can treat it. And your dog will not drop dead because he's had enlargement for 3 years and now all of a sudden he's coughing and barking and he's got congestion in his lungs and now he's going to die, and it's too late because you didn't treat him. Now, sudden death is the bane of our existence in this breed. Sudden death has no warnings. So when people tell you that my dog just dropped dead, you need to go do an autopsy on that dog, a necropsy, and find out what did it die of. Did it die of long-standing DCM that you didn't treat? Or was it sudden death? A massive arrhythmia that came and your now dog drops dead, because sudden death DCM isn't testable. There's nothing you can do. And so when 7 popular sires that were the foundation of the breed back in the 1950s and 60s were found to have 60% of them that died of sudden death DCM. We have a litany of dogs in this country out of show lines that are going to manifest sudden death DCM sometime between 2 and probably 7. That's when it manifests. Now, I just had an amazing young man, Erland. Thanks, Erland. He's from Indonesia, and he has Doberman Club. Follows me on TikTok. I did some videos about DCM. He messaged me and asked me to look at his pedigree. And it was then that my heart literally just broke. I couldn't find anything in his pedigree that was scary. I found one dog that died like 6 generations back. It said 8 years something. It doesn't say sudden death. It doesn't say what it was. Was it poisoning? What was it? But I'm telling you, I would have bought a dog from that fucking pedigree. His dog just dropped dead at 2 years, 8 months. 2 years, 8 months. Now, all of you that have my dogs, because sudden death is every fucking where, none of you are safe. There's no safe pedigrees. Stop thinking that because you came to me, now your dog isn't going to drop dead at 8.5 years of age. I don't know that. I can't promise you that. None of you. There is simply one fact to accept, as painful as this is to accept. That every fucking Doberman that has show lines behind them has the potential to get the bullet like Erland did. And is your heart going to be broken? Abso-fucking-lutely ripped out of your fucking chest. And so will mine. And the reality is that I have to keep going, trying to do the best I fucking can. And I can make no promises to anyone. But when you go directly to a breeder who simply denies this reality and says, oh, I did DCM 1 and 2 testing. My dogs are clear. I did DCM 3 and 4 testing. My dogs are clear. The word clear is a fucking oxymoron. There is no such thing as clear. There is safer and not safer. And there are breeders that, the hobby line breeders are what I'm fucking looking for, because they are not populated with popular sires. I'm looking for dogs that come from lines that have not a lot of popular sires behind there. These are the very lines that the Doberman Pinscher Club of America and the breed club type people and all these preservation breeders tell you, oh my God, these are backyard breeders. Facts are in. DobyHealth.org, Embark, and Doberman Pinscher Club of America told the breeding population this 2 years ago. They said, go look for hobby lines, because that's where the diversity and the longevity is. Help me fucking find hobby lines where people have got goddamn frozen semen, or a dog that's 6 or 7 years old that doesn't have any issues. Fucking help me find these lines to breed to in my future, so that I can actually say I don't have popular sires that are lethal behind my lines, because I do. When Erland comes to me with a dog who died at 2.8 and has a pedigree that looks squeaky clean, and then people come along with horrible pedigrees and they've got some dog that lived to be 15.5 years with nothing but DCM behind them, it's fucking Russian roulette, people. I am not going to deceive you. I am going to be transparent to the point of fucking suffering and pain. Because if I don't continue to educate like this, if I don't continue to teach people just how to look for less risk in their pedigree, and do not depend on DNA testing, it doesn't tell you anything. Help me help you. Grasp this reality. Some of you will have broken hearts in the next 2 to 7 years, and I'm sorry, but it's fucking reality of this breed no matter what I fucking do. It breaks my heart.